When is going to be playing Membership Match, AKS4G? It's going to be playing Daily Kitchenscape, July 5th, 2026. If your person is living in Jamaica, Antigua Barbuda, St. Vincent Grenadine, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana, that is going to be for the ICC Women's T20 World Cup for final. Yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and start using escape room for now. Alright, our goal for today is to get 5 gems. We got Octagon, Pentagon, Legion Diamond, Heptagon, Square Diamond Gem. Alright, first, we're going to open this up and see if there's any item or not. 3, 2, 1. There's a Jigsaw base number 3, so it's taken out of the backpack. Alright, you'll see 4 blacks. Okay. Alright, that means it's going to be a Jigsaw pieces, so let's come back to this armor later. You see the color green, we're starting green clock in the second room. The time is 1:32:21. So set the numbers 1:32:21. We get a quiz which opened a big ball in the fourth last room. Then we get the letter D. That's funny. Alright, you can open the wide fridge, get a binary code table, but not this cabinet. You'll see 3 non-strong blacks. Alright, so now to get picture frames. There is something in the boxes. If you do not use the Morse code table. You got 693, so 693. So we're going to set the numbers 6, 9, and 3. Those numbers have a multiple of 3. Anyways, once you saw, you get a Jigsaw piece number 6. Well, that was a crazy simultaneous moment, or coincidence moment. Alright. Do not open the stove. You see the color purple, which start combination clock in the second room. The time is 11:33:09. So set the numbers 11 times 3. That's going to be 33. And then 9. You get a hint that you make the top lamps and vases. So I don't have any gems. I still need 5 more. This doesn't count. There are 5 secret spots. Alright. Let's hit the top lamp and let's base down never. I'm not gonna hit our top lamp since it's too much to give out clues. Alright, so what we're hitting for now is the first top lamp in the second room, and the first top lamp in 4 lamps in this. So we're hitting for now. Okay. Do not open the stove. Oh wait, I realized I already went to this cabinet. I'm just a silly person. Alright, you see a 3-digit code. That's gonna be a map problem, so let's come back to this safe later. Alright, you see 4 browns. That's a junk in the 4th last room. We got 1, 4, 7, and 8. So 1,478. So set the numbers 1, 4, 7, and 8, which is 1,478. You get a purple square diamond gem. That's gonna be 1 down, 4 to go. When I open up this cabinet, you'll see 8 oranges. That's the 8 books in the 4 last number. It shows the same room. First 4 is blue, green, red, orange. So blue, green, red, and orange like that. Last 4 is yellow, purple, light blue, pink. So yellow, purple, light blue, pink. You get a screwdriver used to take out both left side switches. So we do that in all 4 rooms. Nothing in the 4th last room. Nothing in the 1st room. Nothing in the 2nd room. Alright, well the only issue is the left plug outlet in the 3rd room. You get a blue regular shaped diamond gem. The last one. This is taking back. This is, how do I say this? This is giving me a tough time. No offense, but it's fun. That's 2 down, 3 to go. In this scenario, yes, but in other scenarios, no. You see 3 peaches. That's the digit clock in the 3rd room. For digits, the time is 536 to 536. We're going to set the numbers 5, 3, and 6, which is 536. You get a vent, so let's use to take out the vent in the 2nd room. And speaking of 3 and 6, we do have those numbers. That's a coincidence. Then we get the orange heptagon gem. Another coincidence, actually. That's 3 down, 2 to go. We got the last one, the first 2. Okay. So that means we're not hit the bases. Overall, we're hitting the first top lamp in the 2nd room and the 4th last room. As long as we're hitting overall for the first top lamps in those rooms. The reason is because one of them is going to be in the map problem clue and the other one is going to be on the green toolbox. So yeah, I'm a professional of those 2 games, this kitchen escape and the room escape. But yeah, pretty cool. You can open the freezer Jigsaw piece with 6, but it's pink. and its mirror, which is 1 it will come to left as nothing. It's crazy how there's the same number, different colors, and they're mirrored. That's crazy. Drop the fridge, you'll see 3 reds. That's the red clock. This is the 4th last room, which shows the same room. It's been a while since I've seen red dots. The time is 479. So 479, so set the numbers 4. Oh, this red is awesome. So 4, 7, and 9. You get a 6 numbers from 0. Now you got all 4 6 pieces go to the 4 blacks. They're all in the first room. We're going to set the numbers 6036 or 6036. So set the number 6, 0 leave like that, 3, and another 6, which is 6036. I'm saying the numbers again just to make sure I already said it or I'm not said it. Once I get a lieutenant that says 117 equals 1 and handle it using my Unicode table. Pretty simple. Now you got all 3 numbers to lock this safe. When I have all those numbers to the instant math problem. So the first number is 118. And if I'm going too fast, you can pause the video, slow it down, and if you have any questions, you can comment. Alright, the second number is 101. And I'm trying to make this fast because I don't want to make this video more than 15 minutes since I'm unverified. And then the last number is 117. The first and the third last number has a difference of 1. Alright, so 118 plus 101 plus 117. So when I add all those numbers, you get the number 336. Okay, nice. Another simultaneous moment. How not simultaneous, but coincidence. How many coincidence moments are there in this day? Like, what the heck? Anyways, we're going to put the numbers 336. You get a green pentagon gem. That's going to be 4 down, 1 to go. Okay. For the Morse code table, it's not going to be on this cabinet and that cabinet, obviously. You can open the dishwasher, get the letter E. I almost forgot about that. Which means inside the microwave is the Morse code table. So there you have it. Alright. We can now solve this picture puzzle. This is 90 degrees clockwise. This still looks so beautiful. Like, this still is beautiful. Like, silly and beautiful at the same time. Alright, once I get the letter O. Alright, you guys see the picture if you're showing us how to do future dates. Do you translate? Get the letters D, E, and L. It's like Dell, the technology company, but without 1 L. But these last 3 letters are 6 don't get the channel. Letter D was in the bottle, that's the 4th letter. Letter E was in the dishwasher, that's the 6th last letter. Letter L was in the picture post, that's the 5th letter. So 4th letter is D, which is the 4th letter of the alphabet. 5th letter is L, and the 6th letter is E. So now we got for 3 hidden letters in all 4 rooms. Let's use other items in case those are hidden. Alright, so nothing in the 3rd room. What about this one? Oh, first there's another E on the wall. That's in the 4th last room. Second is another E, which is a triple E on the trophy. The 3rd is N in the grass. So that's the 2nd letter. Those 2 letters are in the 1st room. Now we got all 6 of those on E. Another E. N. D, triple E, and L. So when you let's get to a needle. So those letters M. E. Another E. D, which is spelled need, L, and E. So this one, the answer is needle. So we're going to set the letters M, E, another E, D, L, and another E. It also is a riddle for the Rubik's game for some time. That's pretty cool. We'll just try to get the pink octagon gem. Now you got 5 gems, which is 5 down. So you got all the gems in the retro box. Bam, we get the key. When we get the key, I clicked that too late. Or I clicked in the wrong spot. But when we get the key, bam. And finally escape the room right away. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys please comment down below. And then yeah, that's all for today. So see you next time today for not just type all news or new news. Definitely old news, but we might find out. Peace out.